What do you have, a hot flash? Okay.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Won't you join together? Won't you join together in this song, helping one another to be strong, seeing that the sun shines a little brighter, helping all the world seem a little lighter when we join as one.
Good evening, everyone. Happy Pistons win, everyone. We scheduled the game so it didn't coincide with services tonight. You can thank me and the powers that we rabbis have. But most important tonight is as we honor our seniors, we honor our teachers, we honor our new youth group board, our old youth group board, we honor our community. So it's important that we know who our community is. So find someone you're sitting near who you may or may not know, introduce yourself to them, and wish them Erev Tov, a good evening.
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Won't you join together in this song, helping one another to be strong, seeing that the sun shines a little brighter, helping all the world seem a little lighter when we join as one. When we join as one. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים.
So as we begin our service this evening with a song that's a prayer, Lador Vador, from generation to generation. Some of you in the seats were a part of our educational programs. Some are proud parents and grandparents, proud teachers. And the nice thing is that we get to enjoy a service that is led by our seniors. And so they'll reflect on this with Havdalah as the image of that flame that is a part of our faith and a part of who we are. But most importantly, we get to hear what they're thinking too and celebrate them in this moment. So we turn to our prayer books as we sing Lador Vador with Aaron and Cantor.
We are gifts, we are blessings, we are history in song.
We are hope, and we are healing. We are learning to be strong.
We are words are stories. We are pictures of the past.
We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. Together. Ledor, nagid God lecha. Ledor, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor, these lips will praise your name. These lips will praise your name.
At the end of each Shabbat, the Jewish people celebrate a ceremony called Havdalah. Havdalah means separation. We learned that even though this was traditionally done on a Saturday night, we could do it up until Tuesday morning. And so for the past 4 years, at the end of most SISTI Sunday night schools, we concluded our special time together with Havdalah ceremony. As we finish our last Sunday night school, we finish with our last Havdalah ceremony.
We believe that to live life to its fullest, we have to learn how to make each day unique. The infant does not know one day from the next. And as we grow, we realize that life is a series of separations. As we look back on the beauty of Shabbat, the first steps of our formal Jewish education, and the chance they have given us to celebrate the high points of our lives, so we must formally separate Shabbat from the rest of the week and high school from what the future holds.
We read responsively. God is my help, my trust is in the eternal, and I will not be afraid. God is my strength, the source of my spirit. With joy we draw the water of understanding from the wells of our experience. The Eternal brings us help with blessings and goodness. Give us light and joy, gladness and goodness. Let us make good memories in our lives. We lift up the cup to rejoice in your saving power and call out your name in praise.
The Havdalah ritual begins with fire. With this braided candle, the Jewish people suggested fire is the symbol of civilization, human's ability to conquer nature. That is why the ancients of our faith believe that fire was the first invention after the creation of the world. So on this Sunday night, we reenact that first night after the creation of the world.
The candle's double wick reminds us that all qualities are paired.
Kelly, Alana Ryan Lerner, Jane Rosen, Ashley Grozen, Ashley Goldberg-Wettenstein, and our director, Marcia Mitnick. In kindergarten, Julie Bussell.
In first grade, Melissa Roth. In second grade, Patty Carey and Janet Kelly.
In third grade, Robin Tarnow and Patty Carey. And in fourth grade, Rima Hakim Essentra and Victoria Lechner.
In fifth grade, Audrey Fulton and Cheryl Apple. And in sixth grade, Mindy Nathan and Joe Leapson.
Our Shores Hebrew teachers, Ellie Farber Barnett, Esty Faber, Lynn Goldberg, Shlomi Hammer, David Solomon, and Stephanie Strunk. And in seventh grade, Rima Asatura, Alia Alazam, Ellie Barnett, Jeremy Brown, Eliza Firestone, Gabe Hessenthaler, Ali Kramer, and Tamir Schnitzer.
Our B'nai Mitzvah tutors, Yali DeVere and Ricky Wexler. In 8th grade, Rima Achitura, Alia Al-Azem, Gabe Hessenthayer, Itai Schwartz, and David Sinopoli.
In high school, Nisan Berach Avraham, Leah Dochi, Hannah Marcus Gerwin, Shahav Harari, Zoe Kaufman, Ellie Kramer, Michael Newman, Clinton Rothschild, and Sophie Sherman, and Katie Tobias. And our Shorsh Associate Directors, Dr. Cheryl Blau, Sarah Allen, Andy Lieberman, and Elisa Burke. We also want to honor the teachers and staff who continue to bring light into our world, who are with us and our fellow students during this past year. As we call your name, please join our teachers in standing.
Cheryl Blau, Stephanie Block, Julie Bussell.
Gary Cooper, Leah Dochi, and Lynn Goldberg.
Hannah Marcus Gerwin, Gabe Hessenthaler, and Tessa Hewitt.
Sorry.
Ariel House, Joe Liebson, and Amy Leifer.
Stephanie Lorber, Mindy Nathan, and Spencer Price.
Miriam Schloss, Amy Seidman, and David Solomon.
Stephanie Strunk, Robin Tarnow, and Ricky Wexler.
And will all of you who served as Mahonakim as teachers' assistants in class please rise too. Please join us in thanking this incredible group. Oh, my bad. Thank you.
We bless wine at this Havdalah service as a symbol of life and happiness. As wine represents sweetness, so with understanding and care of others can we see beyond the ugliness and misery which strain our world. As we bless this wine, so may we be willing to bring sweetness into the lives. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Bori hagafen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who creates the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen, borei peri hagafen.
The spices we smell symbolize the spiritual treasure of Shabbat. We sniff a pleasant fragrance to refresh our soul, even when we know Shabbat is over. It is a reminder that each sense we possess is a pathway to the soul. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei v'samim. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who creates varied spices.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei minei v'samim, borei minei v'samim.
May Shabbat's glow always remind us that we must be a light unto the nation, and a people that is willing to bring the understanding and light to the world. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei me'orei ha'esh.
One of the wonderful parts of this evening is that we give our seniors an opportunity to share some reflections. And usually we choose one valedictorian, but this is such an incredible group that they all wanted to share something, and we wanted to make sure that they had the opportunity as well. And so we have a wonderful opportunity to hear from our seniors now about their experiences at Temple and Shorish.
I'll keep this short and sweet because they're probably going to take up most of the time. Hi, I'm Alex Amvet, and I've been coming to Temple Shir Shalom since like first grade. But my first memory of Sisti was the 8th grade move-up night. My mom was forcing me to go, and I walked inside and immediately saw no one. I walked out and told my mom to come pick me up, and I hid in the bushes outside. And but before my mom could save me from my treachery, Rabbi Daniel came out and found me, and I told him that I was sick and needed to go home. But I thought he knew what was really happening and saw right through me. I then didn't return to Sisti till spring of my freshman year, but this time it was different. I actually stayed the whole time. Slowly, I started going weekly, and it was then hard for me to not go to Sisti. I went every night of my sophomore year and started to build a community here. I then thought that it would be smart to run for board elections. I then got the vice president position and was then moved up to president my junior year. Trying to learn how to lead and form a community that was given back to me my freshman year. And I felt that myself and Sophia have done that this year. In years in the past, because the Sisti that I have now feels very similar to what I had my freshman year. I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful that I could give that to other people. I'm sure Sophia is too. So thank you, Sisti, for giving me the community I never know I needed. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you to my two wonderful rabbis. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Ari Blank. We all know Rabbi Mike is kind of crazy. Everybody has a great story about him, but I'm pretty confident this is a new story to most of the people in this room. For my bar mitzvah project, I tasked myself with unpacking and organizing government-issued pallets of food so that it could be sent out to local food banks weekly. There were around 40 pallets in the social hall of Temple, all piled high with boxes of food. And one day, I was volunteering, and Rabbi Mike came into the room, all fired up like he always is, and he jumped on top of the stack of boxes, which were already pretty close to the ceiling, and then he was crawling around and probably breaking some pasta or something. And then he finally came down when he saw a pile of pool noodles on the ground, and you're probably going to guess what would happen next. So he jumps down, he grabs a couple of pool noodles, and he chased me through the memorial hallway of Temple until we made it all the way back around to the social hall. That moment turned the volunteer project into one of my favorite memories of being in this building. Whether it was on purpose or not, he taught me that doing good for the community shouldn't be a chore and that it can be full of energy and laughter. Now, Rabbi Daniel appears to be the more serious rabbi at Temple, and that is true while he is inside Temple. This year, we went to a Michigan basketball game, and if anyone remembers this winter, the weather was either 0 or negative degrees for a couple weeks straight. Despite that, he shows up to the game without gloves and without a hat, and we had to walk 10 minutes to get to the stadium. But he took it like a champ, unlike Rabbi Mike at a previous game, who was dressed up much better, but whined that it was too cold the whole walk and claimed he couldn't feel his hands until halftime. After the game ended and we were driving home, there was a blizzard and the back windshield wiper was not working on the car. So we were stopped in traffic and Daniel jumps out of the car and wiped the snow off the windshield with his bare hands. But when he got back in the car, he had made a small snowball and threw it at me before I could even realize what just happened. The truth is, I didn't keep coming back to Sunday school for the food or the weekly topics. I kept coming back because of moments like these. Running around the social hall and getting hit with a snowball in the car, I realized how lucky I am to have teachers who do more than teach. They showed me that our community is about more than just coming to temple on Sundays. It's about the people who make you feel at home. So as I move on to my next chapter, I'm taking that spirit with me, and I'll probably remember to pack a pair of gloves.
Hi, I'm Coco, and unlike most people here, I didn't have a Jewish childhood. I didn't know anything about being a Jew. I never went to temple or Hebrew school, and I never had a bat mitzvah. But when I was in 8th grade, I went to my cousin's bat mitzvah here, and it felt like I had found what I was missing my whole life. I loved the Hebrew songs and prayers and how welcoming everyone was. So I asked my mom if I could start going to temple. At first, I felt like I didn't belong. I didn't know any of the prayers or Jewish things, but helping at Shorish, being in Sisti, and confirmation taught me everything I needed to know. Every week, I look forward to learning something new and seeing my friends at temple. Sisti has given me a space where I feel supported and cared for. Last month, my friend passed away. The hardest part for me was going to her viewing and seeing her for the last time. Although I was hurting, I chose to go to Sisti right after, instead of going home, because I knew that I could count on my Sisti family to make me laugh and hold me when I needed to cry. I think this speaks a lot about the community here, and I'm thankful to be a part of this temple.
My earliest memory at Shir Shalom was probably one of the Purim carnivals, running around, playing games, and winning prizes, and honestly having no idea that this place would end up meaning as much as it does to me today. I was in 1st grade and had no concept of what Jewish education really was, and all I knew there was prizes was fun, but that was enough for me. Fast forward into Sunday morning school, I'll be completely honest with you, my entire strategy was hope. I'd wake up on Sunday mornings and pray, but not the kind of praying we learned about in class, but the deeply personal and deeply sincere prayer that it would be canceled, or that my ride wouldn't show up. I say this with love, but my ride was absolutely relentless. Never late, never canceled. Every single Sunday, they were there, and my only 2 hopes crushed every week. But something shifted when night school started. Suddenly, I actually wanted to be there. The vibe was different, the energy was different, and yes, the movie Cars has more theological depth than people would like to give it credit for. The point is, I went from dreading Sundays to genuinely looking forward to showing up, and that change mattered to me more than I expected it to. And then, there was a moment that I think I'll never forget. Israeli soldiers came to speak to us about their experiences in the war. And these are young people, not much older than some of us, who had been in combat, who had friends, who had family, who have been taken captive. And they had faced things that some of us can't even imagine. What struck me wasn't just the weight of what they'd been through, it was how they talked about it. The resilience, the way they kept pushing forward even when everything around them was falling apart. And sitting in that room, listening to them, I felt something click. Judaism isn't just history or holidays or Hebrew vocabulary. It's about how you carry yourself when things get hard and showing up when showing up is the most difficult thing that you can do. The most important lesson that I'm taking with me, not a specific prayer or day on the Jewish calendar, but understanding that the strength, community, and perseverance are woven into who we are as a person. These soldiers embodied that, and I need to carry that spirit with me in my life. I came to this community, dragged along the Purim carnivals, and left it being genuinely changed by it. To everyone who was part of that, my family, my teachers, this entire community, thank you, and I'll make you proud.
So you guys already know you're all in for the long haul, so I'm going to apologize now. Hi guys, I'm Jonas Semino. I've been coming here since preschool. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's really a testament to how much you guys care, the fact that this synagogue is almost packed out right now. But at this point in our lives, I think I can say many of my fellow seniors here, we've all been doing a lot of reflecting. Thinking about where we've been, where we're going to go as we step into such a major transition in our lives, the real world. Ooh. For me, much of that reflection is centered on my experiences in high school and before and how they've shaped me. When I look back, I can't remember a time when Temple Shir Shalom wasn't a large part of my week. I started here in preschool, and I went through the Shoresh program, and then the Madrahim, and then the Mahonakim, and now I'm wrapping up my final stages as Sisti. Each step along the way has taught me a new lesson, new responsibilities, and most importantly, new connections like all these people here and in the front row there. Growing up alongside all you guys in this community has meant so much more than I can even describe. This temple hasn't been a place I go each week. It's been a place that I can go to shape my values, my perspectives, and a sense of belonging. One of the most impactful moments here for me was hearing from Noah, a keynote speaker from Israel who spoke to us during Sunday night school about her friends Ziv and Gali Berman. They were victims in the tragic events on October 7th, 2023. Hearing her speak and later learning about their return home made those events in such a faraway land as Israel and Gaza feel like have a name and a face that really stuck to me. When things are so far away from us like that, it's hard to picture it in our head. And hearing this story really put it in perspective for me. And that way it reminded me that even from far away, we're deeply connected to each other and to our whole community and to the world. The story of these men put a face and a name to tragic stories that have been way too common and we don't talk about enough. Through programs like Mahonakim, I've learned patience, empathy, and how to understand others. Through Sisti, I've gained the tools and confidence to step outside of my tiny little Jewish community and navigate the broader non-Jewish world. Ooh. I can say with complete honesty that I would not be the person I am today without Temple Shir Shalom. This community has supported me, challenged me, and helped me grow every step of the way. As we all move forward into this new chapter and branch out to our respective part of the worlds, I know we'll carry pieces of this place with us. The lessons, the people, no matter where we go, Temple Shir Shalom will always be a part of who we are. Before I leave, I'd like to give a special thanks to our wonderful rabbi here, of which I'm sporting on my socks today. Yep, who have been my oracle of knowledge relating to how I should be a Jewish man. A special thanks to my oldest sister who pushed me further into my Jewish identity. If not for her, I wouldn't have come to Sisti in the first place. And an extra special thank you for my parents, grandmother, and Uncle Morris and Aunt Rhonda for coming out tonight. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations, seniors. I knew we could do it.
Hello, my name is Max Lewis, and I've been coming here since a really, really long time ago. My earliest memories of really Sisti and Shir Shalom are from Shoresh as a kindergartner, but they go back way further than that. My dad went here as a kid, and when I was little, my mom worked here. And I've technically been coming here since before I was born. There's even a story where I came up here as a baby and interrupted services, and the rabbi, Daniel Schwartz, carried me around in his arms for the rest of it. So, some of my real earliest memories here are like running around the social hall, probably with one of those two chasing me. Visiting my mom at her desk, laughing at Rabbi Mike's dirty jokes, which probably included something about buttholes, and giggling during tefillah, and during class, and during services, just when I shouldn't have been. I want to issue a formal apology. If you were a witness to that, that's my bad. But when I was younger, Sisti as a concept always felt so far away. When I was younger during Shoresh, and I'd hear about all the things you did from Sisti, like from my Mahonakims, or when I'd watch them lead services at the high holidays. But now that I've gone through all 4 years of my own Sisti, I'm realizing just how fast it all went. Cincinnati and New York and Chicago and DC and Purim carnivals and Tikkun Olamathons and Coleman Young visits and dinners of many dinners, just lots of dinners. It all happened just super, super fast. But one of the most meaningful experiences that I had here was a Sisti after October 7th. I didn't really know what to feel. I didn't really know how to react or what to do with myself, and I came here. And we just talked about it. We sat down and we just talked about it. Us all as a group, we were all sitting in a circle. And we just shared our feelings and what we were saying and what we were thinking, And that really resonated with me because that really cemented that other people were feeling what I was feeling. I didn't go to school with a lot of Jewish people. So coming here where there was all these other people who were like me was really special. And as cliche and as tired as this might sound, Take a look around when Sisti comes back next year. Look at who's sitting next to you at dinner. They really think we should integrate these tables. There's really separate tables. Look who's just sitting near you on the buses on your trips. Look who's sitting near you at dinner again. Look who's in your room on your trip. Sorry, I'm very nervous. And if Sisti has taught me anything, you need to embrace the mundane. Because all those little moments, like who's sitting next to you, what dinner you're having, who you're talking to, those shape the big moments, like your trips, like your dinner, like your next Coleman Young visit. And the little moments matter, even if you think they don't. So from the rabbis chasing you around the social hall when you were little to your final Sisti trip, you really have to think about everything because that builds your experience here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sophia Hawkins. So I haven't really been coming to Sisti for that long. I actually joined Shir Shalom when I was in 8th grade, and I had my bar mitzvah a few months later. Actually, it was the summer before 9th grade, which is a little bit late. So yeah, when I first came to Sisti on 8th grade night, the reason I loved it so much was because of the amount of freedom we had. We were treated like adults, and we were having real conversations about real things. Current events, news, politics, and like what was actually happening in the world around us. Moving into 9th grade, I loved being able to learn about what was going on while also connecting with other Jewish teens who were thinking about the same things. However, recently attendance has started to drop, and I think we need to ask ourselves why. Because this group only works if we show up for it. What made this group so meaningful to me wasn't really the programs and events, it was the people in this room. And at a time when everything in the world feels so divided and so overwhelming, having a space where we can overcome our differences and just come together as a Jewish community and support each other is so important. And I think that this is one of the biggest things that this group has taught me, the importance of community. I know that I've met some of my closest friends through this temple, and I will never take that for granted. I'll forever miss our post-Sisti ice cream runs and our city trips. But I know all good things have to come to an end. So I'm so excited for what the future holds. And I know everyone here is going to go on to do such amazing things. And I've learned that going to college, I can't wait for a community to find me. I have to have an open mind and to put myself out there to find my people, whether it's joining Jewish organizations like the Hillel or helping create spaces where people can have the same kind of conversations like we've had here. Sisti has shown me that it's important to have a strong community, and I know that wherever I go, I'll have the ability to help build one just as special as the one here. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. So I'd like to invite up Gary Schumann, the president of our congregation, and Morris Brown, one of our board of directors, to help us as we honor our seniors, call them forward, and give them some gifts on behalf of our proud Temple community.
Hello, everyone. This is always such a great service. Okay, so are we ready? One by one. Ari Blank, son of Jamie and Howard Blank. Jonah Semino, son of Alyssa and Noel Semino. Sophia Hawkins, daughter of Ashley and Rob Hawkins.
You want to play lead, play in between the speaking.
Max Lewis, son of Sidra and Jeremy Lewis.
Right now.
Alex Omved, son of Beth and John Omved. Jacob Pittler, son of Lori Pittler and Randy Pittler. And last but not least, Coco Taylor, daughter of Sunday Coffin Taylor and James Taylor. Congratulations to everyone.
I wrote my remarks, some of them too. It's truly amazing to stand here with the 7 of you, because for Cantor, Rabbi, your teachers who are here, and for me, these are the moments that remind us why we do what we do. For some of you, we were there at the very beginning, at your bris. For others, your parents took a chance on something new, trusting us in those first years of our preschool, sometimes arriving in strollers, being dropped off by a parent who was headed out for a morning run, when your biggest decision at that time was who would be next to you at snack time, where your placemat was. Some of you joined in elementary school, as we heard when we were back at the corners. One of you in order to celebrate a bat mitzvah just before starting high school. And look where that one-year commitment led you. And one beginning at Sisti, Sunday night school, just to get a taste and to learn about Judaism. And whether it's been 4 years or 18 years, for each of you, this has become something more. As we've heard tonight, this has become your community, your home. And for all of us standing here, and for the many teachers who walk this path with you, nothing could make us prouder. Because yes, we've watched you learn about our faith, our culture, and our traditions, but more importantly, we've watched you grow into the people who know how to be with others. We've seen you become leaders, both here at Temple and beyond in our community. We've watched you face challenges instead of turning away from them. And again, we've seen you show up. Not just week after week, but for each other, for our community, for what matters. And we don't take that lightly. We know how many different directions life pulls you in. And still, each of you chose to be a part of this. You chose to be here. And that matters. That choice matters to us. Because what you've built here, this foundation, these relationships, the sense of identity, it's going to stay with you. And it will give you the strength to go wherever each of you go. And yes, we'll admit it. Our hope is that that path actually continues to bring you back here, to this community, and to each other. As we've talked about over these past 4 years, it's not always easy to be a Jew in the world today. And the world that you're stepping into isn't so simple. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray to navigate. There'll be moments of joy and celebration, but there's also going to be challenges. Times that will test you, that will stretch you, that maybe even will shake you. And so my charge to each of you actually comes from Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav. Kol ha'olam kulo, gesher tsar ma'od, v'ha'ikar lo lefacheg klal. The world is a very narrow bridge. The essence of it, of our lives, is not to be afraid. So for each of you, be bold. Be proud of who you are and when you come and where you come from, even when it's uncomfortable. Stand up for what you know is right, even when your voice shakes. And keep showing up for your people, for your community, and for each other, just as you've always done. Be proud, be thoughtful about who you surround yourself with. Find people who make you better, and then be that person for someone else. The world may feel like a very narrow bridge, but you don't walk it alone. We are always here. A text, a call, a visit away. We believe in you, and we're proud of each of you.
It is true. It's affirming for us when we hear from you and you stay in touch and we visit you, stay connected. But you talked about going off to the real world. College really isn't the real world. your parents are still paying for everything. You got a cushy life ahead, at least the next couple of years. But, as Rabbi said, there are some difficult things as well. That you leave this safe place, this safe bubble that has become a refuge for you in difficult times, to remind yourself of who you are and to remind yourself of the values that have been given to you by parents, grandparents, by family, that we've helped with as well, just a little bit. And so that's your blessing that you always have. But what we hope is that that gives you the strength. That, yes, like Rabbi said, that don't let fear get in the way of the challenges that are there. Because through the safety here, the security that you've gained, and the love of your family and the love of this community, you have great strength within. So we say to you, Chazak ve'amatz. May you be strong and courageous in this journey. And know that as you walk from temple onto that next step, that there are people sitting here who think very highly of you and are very proud of you. And next year on Sunday mornings when you're not here, and Sunday nights when you're not here, we will think about you as well. And you'll think about us every once in a while. That's why we gave each of you your own Havdalah set. You never know. Maybe you'll take it out and you'll teach other people about it. Or maybe you'll meet someone new and you'll say, you know, this is what we did in my tradition. What about yours? And you light that fire. And you remind yourself of the fire that's within that our faith gives us, and the strength it gives us. We want to always stay connected, but we want to hear about your journeys too. And know that no matter where you go, you always have a home. You always have people who care about you, who support you, who give you that strength as well, and will always give you a hug too. That's a blessing. A blessing because families chose Temple Shir Shalom to make it their home. And so some of it was your parents who actually grew up here. Some of it is you who chose this place as well. It's all good. It's all special. We've been given a gift by a community that came together 37 years ago. I don't know what they imagined high school would be. I remember some of my first years, our high school class was 2 people. So you may think 7 is small. It's still a lot. Yeah, we may have had more last year. Some years it's bigger, some years it's not. It's okay, because it meant something to all of you. And so because of that, you mean so much to us. And so that's a blessing that we ask of God upon you now. And so we say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you, may God protect you.
Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God shine upon you and shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God always be a part of who you are, giving you all of your dreams, giving you, yes, gesinnt health, giving you nachas from kinder, joy from children that your parents feel now, your grandparents feel. May you have gesinnt health, strength in who you are. And most of all, may you have shalom, may you have peace in your heart and your mind. May you in your lives help this world have a little more peace as well. As together we say, Amen.
Vador, nagid God lecha. Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Vador, our lips will praise your name. Vador, nagid God lecha. Vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Vador, our lips will praise
will say one challenge of these 4 years has been from a pandemic to a war in Israel and our world. And so we haven't had a teen mission during this time. A few of my friends up here were able to go with their families to Israel with our Shir Shalom family trip. But our hope in that connection is all of you have that privilege in the years to come as well. And your temple family will help you make that a reality too. But I ask now with that in mind for our parents and grandparents to rise as you turn to page, I don't know what page it is. Page 3 in our prayer books. There's a reading there I'd like you to do with me. It says the parent blessing of graduates. And so, page 6? No, different from... Oh, no, different. Shh. Delaney? Parents and grandparents, proudly, if you'll read these words. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless all our children who are graduating from high school. May the Holy One protect and deliver them from all trouble and distress. May God favor them with knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, bringing blessings to them and an enriching learning experience so that it may make a lasting contribution for the benefit of humankind. Wherever they may go, whatever they do, help them be true children of our people Israel, faithful to justice and truth, eager for knowledge and insight. May the study of Torah be sweet on their lips, and let us all say, Amen.
From generation to generation, L'Ador Vador, our lips will praise your name.
As part of our evening, as we celebrate our graduates and our teachers in Mechonokim, we also install our new Sisti Shir Shalom Temple Youth Group Board. And so I'd like to invite up our current board, as well as those newly elected, so that they can be installed into their new positions, along with their youth group advisor and our teen engagement director, Clinton Rothschild. Right up in the front row, shoulder to shoulder. Then grab your candle as Clinton comes by. Rabbi, you grab a spare Havdalah candle. Spare Havdalah.
Leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence and making sure that impact lasts in your absence. I install you, Jillian Lustig, as president of Sisti.
Leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. I install you, Lexi Grand, and you, Jacob Onvet, as co-program and vice presidents of Sisti. It's out.
Never be afraid to try something new, because life gets boring when you stay within the limits of what you already know. I reinstall you, Max Columbus, as the religious and cultural vice president of Sisti.
Keep your face towards the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you. I install Vera Liebson as Social Action Vice President of SISTE.
This club is for members only, but once you join, membership lasts for an eternity. I install you, James Hawkins, as Membership Vice President.
A budget is more than just numbers on a page. It is an expression of our values and aspirations. I install you, Delaney Brager, as Treasurer of SISTE.
Great leaders may not always be the loudest in the room, but they're the most consistent and dependable. We install you, Leah Katinsky, and you, Asher Sternberg, as co-secretaries of SISTE.
As our youth group board stands up here with their advisor, Clinton, it's really the start of a wonderful and exciting year for you guys, and a moment to appreciate the current board and the work that they did to create all the different programming they did this year around SISTE. And as current board members can tell you, it takes a lot of work. Showing up early on Sunday nights, planning, coordinating, trying to figure things out, switching things last minute when plans change, and still making it an awesome experience for everyone. And so for our youth group board that served this past year, a big round or a big, great appreciation for all of your hard work, your dedication, and for volunteering the work that you did this year. For our incoming board, we wish you guys a wonderful year of success as well, that you take the lessons that you've learned either as part of board or from the people that are standing next to you that installed you, and know that they're always there to support you as well. That you have a wonderful advisor in Clinton who's here to help guide and support you to make sure that this is an incredible year as well for you, and that your dreams, your vision of what SISTE can be, that it continues to grow, and the spark, the flame that you have in your hands, that you continue to ignite the flames of others, that you share that passion, your enthusiasm, that excitement, and that you bring them in and make our world a little bit better and a little bit brighter, just as those candles before you do. And as we install you in these new positions, we thank God for moments like this, that we get to celebrate an incredible group of high school leaders. We thank God for giving you life, for sustaining you, and for all of us to reach this joyous occasion of either completing a year on the SISTE board or starting a new year and what the future holds.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Life is a series of separations. At birth, an infant separates fully from its mother. Time, growth, maturity brings further separations. Havdalah is to teach us how to say goodbye to even the happiest times and prepares us for new roads and new experiences that makes life a little more interesting, exciting, and livable.
May something of Shabbat in our informal and formal Jewish educations, meaning and messages stay with us as we enter our future. May the spirit of Elijah the prophet help us realize that we have to lift all that we do to a higher plane of holiness and always be honest to the truth that we believe in.
Lai, 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 lai.
Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam ha-mavdil ben kodesh l'chol. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, who distinguishes between the holy and the ordinary, between light and dark, between Israel and the nations, between the seventh day and the 6 days of creation. Praised are you, who distinguishes between what is holy and the profane.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase.
We say Shavua Tov as we wish each other a good week as we stand among our seniors and feel such pride in them. As we said before, and Gary Schumann, our president, shared this as well, it's one of our favorite services of the year. Not only to honor our teachers and to see what they've invested in our children all of these years. And so it means a lot that they're a part of this service, and we get to thank them and hear the children name them and recognize that. It means a great deal. But also for us to hear their words, their reflections. And it's also nice every once in a while for Rabbi and me not to have to work and just sit back and enjoy. That's right. Because Alex is giving the sermon next week, too. So, our children, our youth, they surprise us. Though they shouldn't surprise us, it shouldn't be a surprise. But what they say always is insightful and lifts our spirits. And I think in the midst of the difficulties, challenges, and angst of our world, it's what gives us hope. Optimism sometimes is careless. Hope is part of who we are as a people. Hope is ingrained within us because we invest in our children. And this is what the payoff is, because they carry this forward. And that's a gift that they've given us now. So thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for celebrating them, these 7, and as well as all of our teachers, our youth group board, our youth, and all of you. Because it's really a celebration of parents and grandparents and what you've given to them to make this all possible. So with that in mind, we say Erev Tov to each other. We say Adonai Ozeh Mo Yitain. Adonai V'rechet Amo V'Shalom. May God give strength to all people and bless all of us here and everywhere with peace. Amen. If you like this service, come back for May 21st for confirmation as well. Shavua Tov, everyone.
Looking back on the journey that we carry in our hearts, from the mountain,
shadow of the mountain,
to the waters that would part. We are blessed.
We are blessed.
And we are holy.
We are holy.
We are children of your way. And the words that bring us meaning, we will have the strength to say. The door of the door, Nagid God Lecha. the door of a door, we protect this chain from generation to generation. The door of a door, these lips will praise your name. These lips will